right, everybody. Welcome into the Dane Wayne Show, episode 2.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Dane.
I'm Wayne.
Nice. Thank you for joining us again this evening, or morning, or afternoon, wherever you are.
Wherever you are.
All right.
Early in the morning. Whenever you're listening to this.
Don't say
Friday morning. We got a lot of feedback on the first episode to not say So we're trying not to say
No ums this evening. We're going to start off with our fall is upon us. The summer's ending. And
unfortunately for some. But football season just, has that feel about it, the crisp in the air.
It does.
It's coming. Yeah.
Like definitely over the last probably 2 weeks, we've seen the weather like really, really change.
Yeah.
And it went from like, I'd say 97 to about 70.
70. So, and then back up to 94 on Wednesday. But, we're back to hopefully normal.
Well, we're supposed to get like a break this weekend, I think, for the Labor Day weekend, which I think everybody's kind of looking forward to.
Yeah.
So,
but it's going to kind of feel like a calm before the storm this weekend. We got the holiday weekend. We are almost upon football season. We got one more weekend before all, chaos breaks loose.
Birds.
With the the opening Thursday and then Friday with the Birds game and then the Sunday and Monday. It's going to be awesome.
And we got some college football this week. I got some fans out there that love Ohio State, despise Michigan.
I was watching that Connor Stallions. I was watching that Connor Stallions documentary on Netflix. It's quite interesting. Do I think he did everything that their NCAA is saying he did? Probably. I think he's being a little coy with saying he wasn't on the Central Michigan sidelines or anything.
Did,
but I do think that Ohio State tipped him off. I tipped off the NCAA.
He did that.
I think that was definitely Ohio State that was behind it. But they're playing this weekend. Penn State's playing West Virginia. It should be. I was looking at the Penn State schedule the other day, and it's just crazy to see UCLA on it. And it's just wild that USC, UCLA, Oregon, Washington being in the Big Ten.
Definitely, that's a different spin on the college football from what you're used to in the college football. Like, how the games are played, and it's the start of the season. I definitely feel though like you should see some interesting football. I mean, are you a huge college football guy on Saturdays? No. Or are you more like
I'll watch the big games, the ones that are the single digits, the 1 versus the 5 or the whatever there is. That's what I really look for.
No,
I look for the top 25 matchups and watch it used to be the 3 o'clock on CBS, the SEC. Yeah. But now, the SEC's all over the place. All the channels have changed, and the NBC has
everybody's
Big Ten
got
now.
Streaming and naming rights.
So you got to really figure out where everything is. ESPN just came out with a feature on their app, actually, that you can see where things are being played. Even if it's not on ESPN, it'll say what network it's on.
Nice.
So that's interesting.
I might have to check that out this fall. Yeah. I mean, you watch a lot of sports. I watch a lot of sport, and it is fall season is upon us, which is football in the air. And, girlfriends and wives might be slightly upset. They might be excited to get rid of you.
I don't know. They're gonna want you to come out to the pumpkin patch, and
we're not doing the pumpkin patch.
Apple picking.
Don't take that part out. Take that part out.
It's happening whether we leave it in or not.
I'm starting to sweat.
Whether they want. Yeah, I know. I always have to look through the schedule and find that like one Saturday where there's not a marquee matchup or something in college football, or it's an off weekend for some of the bigger schools, and find a weekend we can do the. But then like if you're doing that when Penn State's not playing, everybody's going to be at the pumpkin patch.
That's true. That's true.
So
you see all the dads kind of wandering around like, why am I in this pumpkin patch? I want to be. I'm not going to say.
Right.
We love the pumpkin patch.
Yeah. I put all the Eagles games on my calendar so that there's no issue there.
That's a scheduled I think I saw not a commercial, but somebody did this bit where he gave this 2 weeks notice. Yeah. I tried doing that. That don't work. It don't work. But I'm gonna
get your 2 weeks notice from your marriage. If you do that, You're gonna be out.
Control Alt Delete that one. Nah, take that one out. Oh my god.
But the Birds are coming. I mean, I saw AJ Brown's press conference today about like all the what not to do's in Sao Paulo. He's like,
I mean,
I think I'm gonna stay in my hotel room.
I don't blame him. If you wanna have a good time, you can have a good time.
Yeah.
I would say I'd be more concerned about the younger players that this is their first, somebody might just be, this is their first time leaving the country.
Yeah.
So I hope they go down to Brazil and just take care of business is what we want. The 53-man roster got named. They kept some players on the practice squad.
They didn't have any of their players picked or picked up by waivers. They didn't have any of their players picked up in waivers. They didn't pick up anybody on waivers. I actually got I do a 53 every year, and I got 50 out of 53.
Oh, wow.
I missed out on Dylan McMahon, Brett Toth, and who else did I have not making the team? I didn't have Bradbury making the team.
Well, nobody had Bradbury making the teom.
Some people did.
I took it. It was like plus something on a site you could. No, I'm not going to. No, we're not talking about.
Nope, no 1-800-GAMBLER here.
Do not. Nope. Don't mention that one ever. But there was a wager out there somewhere that if you was Bradbury going to make the team, and somebody placed a wager on it, and it paid out. Because he's made the 53-man roster.
I didn't realize that he had a $15 million dead cap hit if they cut him. So that should have been a signal that he was definitely going to make the team.
Make the team. They're not hiding that kind of money or giving away that kind of money. No.
But then they came out today and they put him on IR with an ankle injury,
a practice injury,
or lower leg.
We're talking about practice, right? We're talking about practice.
Yeah, I don't really understand. If it's really a fake injury, I don't really understand it because all they did was bring up somebody from the practice squad. Oren Burks. They have now 6 off-ball linebackers on the roster. It doesn't really make sense to me. Why wouldn't they use that to bring somebody else in?
Some more revenue in.
But yeah.
We'll see, though.
We're excited about it.
I'm excited about it. I think Eagle Nation is excited about the season. Green Bay is definitely going to be a tough, from what I see, opponent.
Yep.
But it's the start of the NFL season. Everybody's excited. And like I said, the only people that might not be excited is your wife. Wives or your girlfriends. My wife is excited. I'm going to say wink, wink.
Yeah. We're going to do a little fun thing on social media, hopefully in the next day or two. We're going to giving them a little bit of a preview.
Try to put some content out for, recognizing the wives.
Yeah. Yeah, both of our wives have always been like, I just need a little rundown on what's happening this weekend. What should I be looking out for? So we're going to put something together for that. So tell your significant others, if the wives watching this, look out for that on social media. We're putting that soon.
Leave a comment, let us know. We need some feedback, and we can, give you the feedback back. No, take that part out.
Nope, no cuts, no edits, no outtakes today. We're going straight through.
Okay.
Don't you worry. Okay. Maybe some bloopers at the end. That'll be fun.
No, I can dig that. I can dig that.
But the Birds, we talked about last week, feeling 10, 11 wins maybe. I don't know. It really, the early part of the schedule, besides Green Bay, is pretty easy. I'd say they should at least be 3-1, 4-1. If they lose to Green Bay. I could see that happening.
Is the sky falling if they lose to Green Bay? Because I say, anytime I see somebody react about September football like a team losing, I'm like, no one's giving out a trophy in September.
Yeah.
So you want your team in September, I want to say 2-2, 3-1. You don't want to be under 500.
You want a good start, but
correct. And as long as they don't give us the Philly special, I'm sorry to use that word, but give you 10 wins and then the bottom falls out. I don't want any more of that.
Yeah. I want steady as we go for the season.
I don't want any more of that. Yeah. So if we can get some good Saquon, some defense, and let Hurts do his thing and ball out, and we'll figure it out, out the rest.
I think the biggest questions are going to be around the offensive line.
Yes.
Kelsey's not there anymore, so you got Juergens moving into the center. You got Becton. I think he's slotted in as right guard right now. They're a little thin, I'd say. If Lane Johnson goes down, they're in big trouble.
That's a fact.
I think
that's a fact.
Yeah, if Mailata or Dickerson goes down, I'm really, maybe if anybody goes down, they're going to be
on the O line.
Maybe at the guard position, you can hide those guys a little bit better. Steen could come in for Becton if he gets hurt, and maybe Steen could flip over to the left side too. But that's really my biggest thing, because at the skill position, you got the best wide receiver trio in the league. You got a top 10, top 7 tight end. He really needs to break out one of these years. I think.
I feel like because is he due for money this year? He needs to have a big season, because he hasn't had a 1,000-yard season the entire time he's been here. It's been his high is like 700 yards, maybe. I could be wrong about that.
But he's a great blocker.
Yeah, he does know how to block.
He's a great all-around tight end. Yeah. You just feel like he has that athleticism. He could break out. Have
a monster season.
As you watched last season, Jalen didn't like throwing in the middle of the field.
No.
And maybe it was scheme. Maybe it was just him wanting to stay safe with the ball. I don't know, but that's where Goddard is most of the time.
No, he roams the middle of the field pretty well, and he knows how to get open.
Yeah.
And, I heard somebody say, like, the matchups that the Eagles have on the inside and the outside with adding Dotson this year is any team will want that kind of versatility in your skill position. So we're all looking forward to it. And
what are your thoughts on Dotson's number? He took 87.
87.
Todd Pinkston.
Oh, go out with
Brent Selleck. I mean,
oh God, not Todd Pinkston.
They haven't given out that number.
Oh
since
man,
Brent Selleck,
I was scared that you just said Todd Pinkston. I'm not gonna reference what.
Well, there's only been 2 since the early 2000s, because it was Brent Selleck had it for so long, and Pinkston before that. So.
Selleck was a stud. Pinkston, Pinkston was he was serviceable.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
You're like,
I don't even want to. We're not analyzing Todd Pinkston on this podcast. I just don't like the 87 on a smaller guy.
He should have picked like 13.
Well, no. 80. That's the problem, is they don't have anything available.
Like, all right.
All these defenders have taken these lower
numbers.
Like Huff has 0, Slay has 2, Nolan Smith has 3. 5 is Donovan McNabb's retired.
Yeah.
You got who else? 8 is Chauncey Gardner-Johnson.
Yep.
9's not given out anymore because of Foles.
No.
And then Josh Sweat switched to 19.
I saw
Kobe Dean 17.
I saw the kid. What's the rookie? 27. Michael. He switched from 30 to 27.
Quinyon Mitchell. He switched to 27.
Yeah.
I thought that would happen because I didn't think Zach McPherson was going to make this team. So
okay.
I thought he was going to switch back over. He was 27.
He was 27 in college, so he was like, "Nah, this is available. I'm taking it." Exactly. I don't blame him for that.
But Will Greer is on the practice squad. He was 13, and he has to keep a quarterback number. So there's nothing available between 0 and 19 or between 0 and 20 for Dotson.
I can dig the 87. I just want him to catch the ball. I want him to catch.
No, but look good, feel good, play good.
Catch third downs, catch touchdowns. Don't drop the ball. Hopefully, don't say
Yeah, I mean it's an upgrade from Quez Watkins.
Quez Watkins actually got released.
He got cut by the Steelers.
And Jalen Reagor got released. Think about how crazy that is. That the two people, so Justin Jefferson and DK Metcalf went in either draft, I think.
Yeah.
And if the Eagles make one of 2 other, we have either 1 or 2 wide receivers. And maybe you pick up a sick defensive person. But it just shows you the draft is, it's not a science. Even the top 10, top 5 talent can, slip somewhere.
And I'm not mad about that. I'm not mad about that anymore because you wouldn't have A.J. Brown if you had Justin Jefferson. So
That's true.
I'm good with A.J. I'm good with the trio as it is right now.
I agree.
I'm not going to be worried about that right now. But yeah, we're looking forward to the season as everybody else is. It's going to be a really
it's going to be a fun year.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a fun year. We're not going off of anybody's predictions that say the Eagles are not going to make the playoffs. So we'll keep it moving on that.
Who was that? Somebody on...
I can't remember his name. I'm not even going to reference his name.
We shouldn't reference him.
No, we're not going to do that.
He's taking over the hot take trophy from Skip Bayless.
But we're not. We shouldn't even say
Yeah, he's thinking they're going to be finishing 3rd this...
That's not...
That would just be like a catastrophic injury or something crazy would have to happen.
And that's a complete meltdown on the season.
I mean, Dan Quinn, great coordinator. I hate his backwards hat, but great coordinator. Hated watching it. They would show him every time in the Cowboys, skybox, looking down.
He was.
His backwards hat. But I don't think he's a good head coach. Atlanta, I think they were spurred on by Shanahan as the offensive coordinator. I don't think that he really had a ton to do with that, especially with how much success Shanahan's had since then. I'm just not sold on him. I think it's going to be better than Rivera because Ron Rivera. I just don't think Rivera's that
Rivera
good.
was. I feel like his coaching style is almost like from mid-90s, early 2000s.
He hasn't progressed.
So
he hasn't updated his style. It's like Jeff Fisher.
Yeah. Yes.
Same kind of guy, just like living in the 90s, had a lot of success in that time frame, and late 90s, early 2000s hadn't really updated.
But the league has evolved, the players has evolved. You got to evolve in the NFL. They say, what they say, not for long is what they call it. So
you're right.
But other than that, man, go Birds.
Go Birds. So,
Phillies.
Let's switch over to the Phils.
No, we don't want to talk about the Phillies.
It's happening right now as we're recording.
It is.
We'll check in on it.
The game started off with a normal. What was it? 3-0. They were getting no hit up to like the 5th inning.
4-0 was after
4-0 to score. Correct.
Yeah, after Olsen hit the home run, and then Marsh hit a nice
hit a 3-run home run.
Yeah.
And then we're like, we got to record this show. So we're like, all right, we're not going to have the TV on because that would be weird.
Yeah.
And we'll get a reaction after. We'll send out some footage of an in-game reaction.
Yeah.
I'll send you one of my crazy faces. Like,
there you go. I get these faces throughout the day. So we'll send them out to you so you can be treated to these reactions.
Reaction faces?
The reaction faces from Dane.
I'll get you a reaction face.
Oh, man.
To me, though, the Phillies got to, I'm telling you, man, $500 million or $500,000 roster. They're getting paid a lot of money. Yeah. Hit the ball, catch the ball, play defense. Taijuan Walker, they marched back out. And the argument that I'm hearing, it was a scheduled loss. So that means that because it was a scheduled loss, all the other coworkers just showed up to work and they were like, I'm not playing today.
Yeah.
I don't want to play today. This guy's pitching. All right. I'm going to say we're all human.
So like every Friday in the summer.
I don't want to work.
You show up on Friday and nobody wants to work.
I don't want to work, but it blows my mind in the inconsistency with this team just literally is mind-boggling.
Yeah.
So I feel like if they don't produce, I don't want them to bow out in the first round because that would totally have a meltdown in the city. People are like, sell the team, cut the manager. I don't want any of that. Just, Bryce hit the ball over the fence. Trey, earn your money. Like, how do you feel?
Trey's got to field the ball. I mean, tonight
errors.
Yeah, the errors led to that last. They would have been out of the inning. They'd be leading, but it's like we said last week. It was they need to be consistent. They're not going to be able to
win a World Series.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't win a World Series playing mediocre defense and hitting when you feel like it.
Right.
That's you're getting paid to be a professional hitter. Professionally hit the ball, man.
Right. I mean, anything less than getting to the World Series really should be a disappointment.
It will be.
I think that for me, if they get, I made reference to this last week, but when they're consistently losing earlier than they did the year before, just like they did in
2012, each year was a step down, and you were
if they don't even get to the NLCS this year, that'll be a huge disappointment.
It would be a blow.
You look at this lineup, it's just Schwarber, Turner, Harper, Castellanos, Realmuto. Bohm is probably the best hitter right now for them.
He is. And him yesterday just had this, and I told you I hate talking about body language because I really feel it doesn't matter. You're just supposed to, kind of block it out, mentally be prepared and do what you need to do. But he looked just lost yesterday. Yeah. All of them did.
Yeah.
But like you just said, it's the 6th or 7th inning now while we're shooting this.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say we're gonna be positive and say the Phillies win.
The Phillies won.
No madness on 76 this evening driving home from the game is what we're gonna say.
Yeah, let's hope so.
So,
speaking of baseball, I do have a I promised this last week. Do have an unboxing.
We got an unboxing.
Yeah.
The Blankadoodle-Doo.
Let me get this.
I hope. And does anyone notice that Mario's getting eaten by a T-Rex? If you don't notice, it's okay. I'm sorry I pointed it out.
Hey.
Let's see.
Dane's wife was horrified.
I mean, can you leave me a comment and tell me if the mantle looks okay? I think I cleaned it up. I just wanted to tell me how you feel about the mantle.
Last week it was a little cluttered.
Are you feeling better about the mantle?
Jillian wasn't happy about that. I love it.
Okay.
You got the Biggie book.
Okay.
You got Bob Marley.
I got some small things that I figured.
We got the Batman mask over here from the last year's Eagles team. All right, what do we got here?
Let me see.
Right. Let's see. All right.
Here, let me help you.
All right.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Snap! That's a classic. That's a classic.
Yep. In honor of the Phillies going 2 out of 3 against Houston, we got the.
We're not going to talk about yesterday because we're being positive and moving forward.
The Nolan Ryan throwback.
That is a Nolan Ryan classic throwback right there.
Very nice.
I do like it.
This is from Temu, like I said last week. Look at this. This embroidering and beautiful. All right, I'm gonna throw this on right now.
No, go ahead, man. Here, give me your microphone. I won't tell anybody.
Let's do this. Let's do this right here. Right now.
Nice. Let me see. It's clean.
Nice.
That's clean. That's clean.
All right.
Here.
All right.
Let me get this out of the way. We're gonna edit this out. You didn't see me throw that over there. You didn't see me throw that over there.
Oh man, yeah. So got the Temu jersey. Yeah, it's actually pretty good quality. Not too bad at all.
No,
We'll see what I come up with next week.
And this is what 80. Oh my goodness, I can't think of the year that this jersey is, and I'm mad because I collect jerseys. I'm not gonna guess because I don't want to guess wrong, but I know this is a classic jersey.
I should know this too.
I'll get back to you. Well, you know what? Leave me a comment and tell me what year this jersey is. Can you do that?
Yeah.
If you could tell me what year this jersey is, I'll have a live reaction face.
They were definitely playing in the Astrodome. I think that's all I know.
I agree.
Oh man. All right. Do you want to talk about the Union?
So we're gonna transition into the Union. Don't say
You're gonna get that comment again.
Anyway, Philadelphia Union lost in the semifinal of the League's Cup,
and then they played in the third place game last weekend.
And they played the third place game and lost again.
In PKs, yeah.
And then did they play this week or did they play?
Yeah, they played last night.
They played last
Columbus.
night and lost. Was it 1-0?
Yeah.
So it's been a terrible week for the Union. Blake is back though, looking strong in the goal.
Yeah.
But the Union just keep giving away players. Lowe,
Martinez. Yeah.
And we talked about this. We both love football, soccer, but it's hard when the professional team in your city or town is just always giving away players and never ever trying to, bring someone in with like high quality. Even if they develop a player, they're just like, well, I'm going to ship him out of here. So
it's all development. And they've gotten some guys. So the guy that they got to replace Martinez, Dane Wayne, from France. He played in League One, which is good pedigree there. He's Haitian, hence the cool name. And he's been okay.
He's been serviceable.
But it's not Martinez.
He's not moving the needle. I want somebody that's gonna go, trip somebody, punch somebody, and then score a goal.
Like I said, that he specializes in head cases. That's what I said. We gotta get some more. Oh,
Bring me in 4 Messi head cases, or at least one. Can we get one Messi?
No, Messi's Messi.
I feel
you're not going to get a Messi.
You're right.
You're right. Unless you make a side,
a side deal with Apple.
With Apple, with Garber,
or Independence Blue Cross.
You got to go get
somebody,
Cristiano Ronaldo from Saudi Arabia.
That would
get him back.
The city would sell out if.
Yeah. They would have to move to the link for a few games.
If that was supposed to happen, that's not going to happen.
Not going to happen because he's going to go to LA or New York or somewhere like that. I don't think it's ever going to happen here.
You know what?
But
when do the playoffs start for the Union? And are they
October?
October. Do we feel that they can make a run in the playoffs this year?
Are they going to make the playoffs? Are they in position for the playoffs right
now? I
think they are.
They're in they're in like that 8th spot, which is not Okay.
They're going to be on the road the whole time.
Okay.
So I don't expect anything.
So stay tuned. We're going to have some, hopefully they can turn this thing around, maybe, surprise us and win a couple games. But to me, it just doesn't look good. It's frustrating watching them. And you want better. And I don't know where I see the getting better and spending money on players.
Right. No, they've tried to bring a couple guys in. Sam Adeniran from St. Louis. But then Barabo was sitting on your bench. They brought him in last year. Sounds like there was some sort of, issue between him and Curtin. I don't know if it was practice. Once again, we're talking about practice.
Oh, we could talk about practice?
Practice issues. He wasn't giving max effort or something. I don't know what the whole issue was. But then, he was League's Cup Golden Boot. He's been lighting the world on fire.
He did.
It's ridiculous that he was on the bench for so long. They were playing Donovan ahead of him earlier this year. And it's almost like injuries have to happen or something
crazy
wild. And then they sold Carranza. So finally Curtin's like, okay, I have to. It was like the Moneyball scene where he just kept trading the players that Art Howe was playing so that he would play his players.
Accurate.
That's basically what Tanner has to do to get Curtin to play the players he should.
Ridiculousness.
Ridiculousness. I don't expect anything out of the Union.
No, I think we're both in agreement on that.
But then the problem is, where do you go from here? Do you blow up the team?
You're not gonna. Are you gonna? Is Blake next? Are they gonna sell Blake? Blake still gets people to come and watch games.
I think he's past the time where he would have been sold. Unfortunately,
that's true.
He's already peaked. His value has already peaked,
true.
So I think that he's probably safe. But you never know. Jack McGlynn had a lot of run in the Olympic team. Sullivan, his little brother is lighting the world on fire. From the Union 2 perspective, and then is going to City when he turns 18. But you never know whether he'll get some run. Harriel got some run in the Olympic team. So those are some guys that could go too. I don't know. What's the rest of the pipeline look like as far as young players? And are they going to be sold before they have a chance to play?
Before they get a chance to develop and actually play ball?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do.
We'll see, and we'll stay tuned, and we'll keep you informed on what's going on with the Union.
Yeah, keep it locked. Keep it locked here for all your Union news.
Breaking news. Out of here.
Oh man. So yeah, I was talking about the Connor Stallions documentary a little bit earlier, but I also watched the Steve McNair one on Netflix.
I wanted to click on that, and I didn't. And the feedback from it is it's quality. It was a good documentary.
It's good. It's a little short for me.
Okay.
So it was a weird kind of twist. They talk about the investigation that happened, and then they kind of turn on its head and say, "Wait a second, this really isn't what we think happened."
Oh.
But they only talk about the alternative case for 15 minutes, and then it just kind of stops. And so I was like, I would have liked a little bit more.
So they left you completely. You're already not figuring out what's going on,
right? And
they're just like, the documentary's over,
right? Do I believe what the police said? Is there something else that really happened?
That was a wild, crazy story. That was a wild, crazy story. And if anybody even, if you just Google or look that up, you'll be like, oh, wow, that happened.
Yeah.
So.
It was interesting. When I was in Nashville a couple of years ago, we took a Uber from the airport to the hotel, and we went by that apartment where that happened.
Yeah.
And the Uber driver made sure to say
this happened over here.
Steve McNair, that murder happened over there.
Yeah,
I was like,
it's crazy. It's crazy. Sad, crazy.
Sad, yeah. All the above.
All the above.
He was a great player. I don't know if he ever reached his potential. They touch on that a little bit in the documentary about the 99 season for Tennessee
when they went to the Super Bowl and lost to the Rams.
Lost by 1 yard. Kevin Dyson reaching out. That was just that was the peak, and then really after that,
everything just kind of went sideways. Well, not even sideways. It just every year was a step. A little bit less than what the Super Bowl was.
Championship game twice after that, and then they stopped making the championship game. And
who was on that team? Eddie George,
Kevin Dyson.
Frank
Javon
Wycheck, Javon Kearse, a young Javon Kearse was on that team. Yeah.
Yep. So they had a fun team. But then, Fisher and they ended up going their separate ways. McNair went to play for Baltimore, and
Fisher never did anything after that as far as coaching. Like he got more jobs.
He went 9-7 or 8-8 every year,
just
or
because
7-9.
He got a job just because he could get a job.
Because his name or the recognition there.
Well, let me think. What I've been watching, that documentary Receivers right before football season. I wanted to check it out. It's definitely good. I like how they put it together from the point of view of the receiver. From I think Amon-Ra St. Brown, Justin Jefferson, Debo, and what's the tight end? Kittle, from the Niners. I liked it from the hater standpoint, where I watched the Niners lose the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that would be nice. I
got a ton of Niners friends.
I didn't watch it because of the hater stuff. I was like, I can't stand those guys, so I don't want to watch it.
I want just that look to see, because when we lost the Super Bowl as the Eagles, they made sure that they told us how much we stink. And so I was like, let me just watch this. And it wasn't, you don't want to see somebody lose, but like I said, I got Niner friends, and that felt like, okay, you get what you put out.
Yeah.
Because they were definitely letting us know that Bradbury was trash. Like, we're not better than the Chiefs. I get it.
Well, it was all about the NFC Championship game. It was all about
it was the bitter.
Purdy went out.
The bitterness.
And so, if we would have had Purdy, we would have beat you.
Nah, I don't think it would have been any different.
No,
if you had Purdy. You could have Steve Young and Joe Montana.
Yeah.
They're like, no, we would have beat you with Steve Young and Joe Montana.
I'm not sure I'd go that far.
That's too far. Take that part out. Take that part out.
But you were at that game, right? You were at that NFC Championship game?
I was at the Vikings NFC
Vikings
Championship game. Okay. Man, that was an experience. Yeah. I think I told you this story. We're sitting, there was two Vikings fans sitting 2 rows behind us. And when I say that interception run back got scored, and I think Alshon scored, and I think Smith scored back to back to back.
The flea flicker.
Yo, the look on these Vikings fans' face in this sea of green, man. Yeah. Oh, I can still hear my ears ringing.
Oh, yeah. And they complained so much after that game
about how
the Eagles fans treated them.
Yo, listen, if you go down to that link, man, I'll tell you this. I've been down there many a times. Yeah. Anybody I bring down there, I'm like, yo, just behave and try to just, you don't got to be scared,
right.
But it's an environment. I'll say that.
It's nothing like the vet was. I don't think.
No, and I've been to the vet as well. The vet was,
gosh. I was still a little young when that went away, but I did see my fair share of games. My dad would take me to the games, and we'd sit in the 600 level, which was awesome because you were right in front of the 700 level.
Yeah,
you were on that little. There was maybe 10 rows of the 600 level.
Yeah,
and
I remember that.
Right. It was right on that edge before going down to the other the lower bowl, but you had the 700 level behind you, and it was so loud.
It was
unbelievable. It was so much fun.
I did 2 games at the vet, so I definitely remember that experience. I mean, if you want to see some craziness, you come watch it. Come watch this Philadelphia sporting event at that complex down there. You can find some wonderful, interesting people.
Oh yeah, the people watching. Anytime I have tickets, my wife wants to go so that she can watch the people, and it's just
you'll see everything. Trust me.
Oh my gosh,
it's an experience. The Philadelphia experience.
Getting there and getting home sucks, but
the Philadelphia experience is worth it. It's worth it. You got to do it at least once. I'd say do it once, at least. Other TV that I'm watching. What was I watching? The receiver documentary. And this show called The Bear, and my wife is watching. We watch Naked and Afraid. I can't pretend. I'll watch Naked and Afraid. I think I could survive. I think I could do a 24-day journey for it. Let me stop. I can't even say. I can't say that with a straight face. Yo, get out of here.
24 days?
No, I can't do.
I don't even know the premise of the show. I know they're naked on an island or
they
somewhere.
They put you in the bush somewhere in the middle of Africa or the Amazon.
So it's not on an island.
No, it's super remote, and they give you a pot, they give you a machete and rope and maybe some fishing net and go survive. But these are like NFL pro athletes of surviving is what they do.
Okay, so they're actually people that know how to survive.
Oh yeah.
They're not just regular people.
No, I mean there is what my wife, we love watch what's the fan challenge, where a regular person will call up and be like, "Hey, I think I can do this," and they put them on like 12 days, I think. Which I tell my wife I could do 10 days in the bush, and she's like, "Yo, get out of it! Look, you said
one day." I'd be like Michael Scott on The Office.
No,
I'd be cutting my pant legs off. And then I would eat the wrong mushroom or something, and
get out of here.
Bad. Oh gosh, no.
But those are the 3 shows that I've been watching this week, and like or leave a comment. Let us know what you're watching this week. If there's some good TV, we should check out. You know. So thanks for joining us, everybody.
Yeah.
This good evening, good morning, good afternoon, whatever time you tuned in. We're coming back at you next week with some content. Like, subscribe, leave a comment. We want some feedback, and we can give you some feedback.
Yeah. Look out for some extra stuff we're gonna do on social media. Like I said, you're gonna enjoy it. So thanks again.
Have a good evening. Take care.
Later.